Hey guys, welcome back to Book Solid. We are talking all about tips for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. I have my ears on, they're going to be lost in a hot minute, but we are going to give, I don't even know, some tips. We'll say 5 for Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. So stick around and we'll get to it. Hey vacation dreamers, welcome to Book Solid, the podcast where 2 travel advisors share insider tips, talk about our favorite destinations, bucket list experiences, and everything you need to know to make your next vacation unforgettable. We'll break down what's included, what to watch out for, and keep it real with plenty of laughs along the way, while we help you plan with confidence. Let's jump in. There they go. And they're yeah, go ahead.
So I think the first tip, I know it's going to sound extremely silly, but know what party you're purchasing for. As of 2-3 years, we've only ever had Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. But up until about 2 or 3 years ago, we now have Jollywood Nights at Hollywood Studios, which is a completely different party. With that party, think of 1920s, like that early 1900s style of party. It is very much like glitz and glamour kind of vibe. Just kind of like not really big on like Christmas essentially. I don't know how to it's more so just about like the New York City setting and just kind of like the joy of the holidays or something. It's not as Christmassy as if you were to go to Magic Kingdom and go to Very Merry Christmas Party, where it is literally Christmas in your face. Jollywood Nights is a completely different vibe. Completely different. So I think my most important tip is to make sure you're purchasing the correct party ticket.
That's a great point. And honestly, I hadn't even thought about it because Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is just kind of the OG. It's what I always think about. I think Sarah Beth said this, that Jollywood Nights is geared more towards adults.
Yes.
While kids can absolutely go and have a great time, it does tend I don't even want to say the activities, but just the kind of style of party it is does lean more towards adults. Again, not that it's an adult only party and not like it's got alcohol flowing, because it doesn't. It's not a like a speakeasy from the 1920s. But just the theming of it, I guess. And like you said, Brianna, Mickey's Very Merry is just in your face, classic Disney Christmas.
True, and then I guess another distinction is that with Very Merry Christmas Party, a lot of it is because of the parades and the character meet and greets and those kind of experiences that you just automatically assume with Disney. Whereas Jollywood Nights, they still have some like character meet and greets, but they're not as like, Mickey and Minnie. It's more so, I forget, but it's the little gingerbread guy. I literally don't know his name. I just know he's one of the characters there. Right? I don't remember what his name is. But you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
He's like a little gingerbread man. I swear. Unless I'm crazy, I'm pretty sure there's like a little gingerbread character. But it's not, that party is not necessarily focused on character meet and greets and parades. It's more so just like spending time in the park and just kind of having, that 1920s type of vibe.
I did hear this year they are having kind of more unique, exclusive character meet and greets. Jollywood Nights.
Gotcha.
So Chewbacca's going to be at Star Wars, Galaxy's Edge. Partysaurus Rex is appearing. So that would be fun. Bing Bong. And then Miguel from Coco. And then there's a whole list of other ones. I'm trying to see if I can't see your little Duffy will be out. Edna Mode. I don't see a gingerbread.
Okay, maybe it was like last year's kind of thing, maybe. Maybe that's what it was.
Max will be out as Powerline. Donald and Daisy. I'm not sure. So, but it does get a pretty big draw of people. So, okay. So, mine, I'm going to kind of play off of that too then. One of the tips I have is to know, like, go in with a strategy or set priorities. With the Very Merry Christmas party, especially, you're not going to get to everything that you want to do. Those 5 hours go very quickly. And if it's characters that you want to see, or you want to do the attractions with the ride overlays, those are becoming a little more popular with these parties. If the parade and the fireworks, make sure you're setting time aside to get spots to be able to see those. Just knowing what you want to do, kind of have a game plan. It doesn't need to be like a hard and fast strategy
Mm-hmm.
by any means, but just knowing what you want to accomplish to be able to accomplish it. One thing, the last time I went, I was looking back, I'm kind of sad I didn't do any of the characters. And we were hitting all the cookie stops. So I think that was kind of our main priority. And then the ride overlays. And then we did the second parade or the fireworks and then the second parade. And then we were out. But it goes so fast. You're thinking, oh, I got 5 hours. I got plenty of
Mm-hmm.
time.
No.
Between the parade and the fireworks alone, that's like 2 hours. And then if you want the stage shows and all the other fun stuff and those character lines, I love them so much, but they're getting so long.
Yeah, you're looking at least an hour for a character line easily.
So,
I mean, for us, whenever we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and we lined up before like the official time was even released, like before they were even meeting, and we were in line for an hour.
mhm.
So, you have to kind of think about like what are you going to be your priorities and kind of guesstimate you're going to spend like an hour at that one place. Like if character meet and greets are your thing, okay, cool. Dedicate an hour to each character because roughly that's how much time it's going to take because a lot of other, families that are paying to be at that event as well also have that exact same thing in mind that they want to do as well. So just kind of unless you're doing like the rides or something, the rides usually go pretty quickly because, there's just only so many people at the party anyway. So you can get through a ride, 15 to 30 minutes or whatever. It just kind of depends on the ride that you go to and how long that line's going to be, but they move pretty quickly. So at least you have that, but if you're looking at like the shows, character meet and greets, all of that kind of stuff, just dedicate an hour to it, give or take.
And I hate to say it, but it didn't used to be this way. These
Mhm.
parties used to be very much like exclusive and the low crowds, and unfortunately, it isn't the same as it used to be. But when I did my college program, I was trying to think of it today. Did I go to 4 Christmas parties? I might have went to 3 or 4. I know it was more than 2. And I still don't think I did everything,
Mhm.
even doing 4 of them in one season. And the crowds
Yeah.
were a lot less 15 years ago. Um, yeah, kind of keeping that in mind, kind of knowing what you want to accomplish, and definitely hit up those cookie.
And we've talked about it in previous episodes. These events, yes, they're exclusive to the holiday season. They're so much fun. They're 1000% worth it. All the things, all the great things, like they're totally worth going to, paying, however much it costs, depending on time of year. But you have to remember with Walt Disney World, literally the whole reason Walt Disney created these parks is for you to go multiple times. It applies to the parties as well. When we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, we absolutely did not get everything done. We didn't even finish the treat trail. We barely met any of the characters. Like we met Mickey and Minnie, and that was pretty much it. We didn't meet Jack and Sally. We did not have time to meet Jack and Sally. That line was an hour and a half long, and that was before the event even started. Um, we did not get to all the rides that had all the ride overlays and things. You cannot do everything during these parties. Even if you go multiple times, maybe Depends on time of year that you go. I feel like if you go before the holiday season really kicks off, after, the excitement of it, kind of like that middle tier, like middle ground, because obviously a lot of the influencers, native to Florida, they're going to go the first couple weeks because, obviously everyone else, they have to call off work. It's a whole vacation type thing. So if you can go before Thanksgiving or kind of like that weird time in December, like really, really early December, and you go multiple times, yeah, you can probably get to everything. But if you wait until, Thanksgiving week or the week of Christmas, you're not going to get to everything. You're going to get to a few things on your list and that's it.
What's your next one?
I feel like I say this literally for any type of video. We're like, all right, you need to do this. I feel like you need to be prepared to wear comfortable shoes. I like that is my one most important thing no matter what you do. I know you're obviously going to want to be decked out in some kind of holiday outfit, whatever party you go to. That's great. That's cool. You need to wear comfortable shoes. You even though you're not at the parks technically all day, you're still there for 5 to 6 hours, not counting the time it takes you to walk from whichever resort you're staying at, whatever it is, if you're staying on property, off property, whatever. You are still going to be doing a lot of walking. Don't go for cutesy cuz nobody cares. You need to be comfortable at that event. It's not going to be like melting super super hot, but you need to pack accordingly. Like, yes, your outfit can be cutesy, but please wear comfortable shoes. I'm all about comfortable shoes. Like, I hate my feet hurting. Like, that's that's the one thing I do not like is my feet hurting. Because then I'm just miserable, and then I take it out on other people. I'm like, my feet hurt. Russell from up. That's me. My, what does he say? My feet hurt. My elbow hurt. That's me.
I'll add to that a little bit too, that the further into December you get, there's a chance that especially when the sun goes down, it's going to get a little chilly. So
Yeah.
having like a layer with a sweatshirt to be comfortable is a good idea too.
And it doesn't need to be like a giant jacket, maybe just like a light jacket.
Mhm.
Florida really does not get super cold. Whereas, like, if you've been to California, yes, you need a pretty good sized jacket. Not like parka, but you need a pretty good sized jacket. California is way different. You almost always need to make sure you have a jacket, even during the summer. Crazy enough as it is, it gets pretty chilly even in the summer months, which is weird.
My next one is to maximize that park ticket, that special event ticket. You can get in as early as 4 o'clock to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. And is it 6 for Jollywood? Now that I'm like second
Maybe.
guessing. Ticket place. Oh, as early as 5:30. So you can get in Very Merry Christmas Party at 4 with your event ticket. The event starts at 7. You can get in to Jollywood as early as you can get into Hollywood Studios for Jollywood. It's decent editing here. You can get into Hollywood Studios for Jollywood as early as 5:30 with the event starting at 7:30. So maximize that time. Like, go on the attraction, get some good castle pictures, get some dinner, grab some dinner before the party starts.
Because that's another thing you don't want to deal with is the crowds for trying to get food. If you
Food.
have like exclusive food, I mean, yeah, but still, I would definitely make sure you eat your meal
Mhm.
before the party starts. That way you can really, again, take advantage of your park ticket. Don't spend your time waiting until the event's already started to be like, "Oh wait, I need to eat dinner." Then you're just wasting time at that point.
Well, and some of those places will even close for the party. So,
True. Yeah.
like grabbing something quick. I think the last couple times before a party we got dinner at Pecos Bill.
Mm.
So just something quick, easy, light, nothing fancy. But eating beforehand, riding the attraction. I think we got on Jungle Cruise, which is something that's open during the day, during a normal park day. But we were like, well, we really want to see it because we didn't have a regular park day ticket. So we went ahead and did that during our early time of getting in. But yeah, maximize that time because you get in the park 3 hours before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if that's not important to you, then I would wait till like 5:30 for Magic Kingdom to get in to kind of let that first wave get through.
Mm-hmm.
Or even I would say 5:30 because then you're gonna have to be they funnel you behind Main Street. So you're not
Mm-hmm.
fighting the crowd coming down Main Street who have to leave, but you won't have that big crowd trying to go in. But it might be a busy monorail trying to leave. So maximize that time.
I don't know if you've said this one, but understand the parks, especially if you've never been to Walt Disney World. Do not wait until, right before the trip to start figuring out where everything is, because at that point it's too late. You are literally wasting your time and money, not understanding where obviously the fireworks show, duh, it's going to take place near the castle, but understand like the parade route, where should you stand with your family, what is going to be a good place, are you planning on, going, where are you going next after the parade? You kind of need to have a good game plan, where you're going to be at what time, not, to the minute kind of thing, but you need to know where you're going to go. You can't just go willy-nilly, because again, you're wasting your time and your money, because again, you only get so many hours for this party, and obviously not the whole park is being used for this, like you can still walk around, whatever, but you need to know where to go. Don't just walk around aimlessly.
So after the first couple parties, most likely the pamphlet is going to be posted somewhere on the interwebs.
For sure.
So just search it, take a look. There's a map in there. It tells you what's going on, where the treat stops are, what snacks are where, um, how long things are open. I was trying to see too. Like we missed so much
Mm-hmm.
because I think we were just living in the moment when we went. But so, like Brian said, and we kind of talked about too, just a strategy of know where things are,
Mm-hmm.
have an idea of what you want to do.
It's always a good idea that the second you cross underneath the awning to get into Magic Kingdom, like once you've scanned in, they've given you your bracelet or whatever, there's always that little, oh, what's it called? Like envelope thing or whatever, map holder thing. I don't know what they're called. But they stock that thing full of the park maps specific to the party, just like that. Grab it, hold on to it. Instead, that way you're also, one, not draining your phone battery, because you're already going to be using it enough for pictures, for videos, for figuring out mobile ordering, whatever. At least if you have the park map, you can have it right in front of you, quickly be like, oh yeah, okay, so we're in Tomorrowland, we need to get to Frontier, whatever. um that way, you can see it visually instead of draining your phone battery, because that's just another thing that you have to think about is, do you have a portable charger?
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was just looking. I don't think I looked at this at all when we went. Like I said, we were living in the moment. Um, let's see, my next one. My next one, you assume to bring something for Mickey's not so scary Halloween party because you know you'll be trick or treating. But bring something for the Christmas party because the cookies, they're just going to be handing out cookies. Now, some spots are a little, I don't want to say stingy. They're probably doing their job, but they only allow you to take one at a time. You can go through as many times as you want, but they only allow you to take
Free for all.
one cookie at a time.
It's not a free for all.
It's not a free for all, and I understand that, but especially if I think the hard part is if you're like a larger family and you don't want to bring all your kids up to the front of the thing, because sometimes there can be a line depending on the cookie. It's kind of hard because you're like, well, they're sitting down. I'm sorry, I can't. I can only give you one cookie, and you're like, mm. um, but I came home with like 20 cookies. They do have allergy packs at most stops. Not all the stops had allergy packs or ran out. But they do have them available at most of the spots. Then you also get your hot chocolate and the cider. I'm not a cider person. Um, so, but bring something for your cookies. And I actually had a client who packed a shoebox so that way they could bring the cookies home and they wouldn't crumple. I was like, that's genius.
I love that. That's funny.
They sent me a picture. She's like, my mom brought a box. And I was like, amazing. I love that. So, but yes, bring something to hold all the cookies. And they're actually decent cookies. They're actually decent cookies. I really liked the, I think it's the gingerbread, ginger snap ones.
Oh.
And then there's another one that was really, really good. They don't have the names of them on here. The sugar cookies weren't bad with the green frosting. They were soft enough. I have a picture that I've been using everywhere. So let me see. Let me pull it up real quick. Nope, just kidding. It's not there. So they're not bad. They've been better, but they're not bad.
I was like, in the quick second, I'm going to need to plug in my watch. I realized it's dead.
Oh, they had a snickerdoodle, a red velvet, and then a chocolate chip, and then a buttercream frosted gingerbread. That was really good. What is that? Oh, and a snickerdoodle. Did I say snickerdoodle?
I don't know. I don't know if I heard.
Snickerdoodle, red velvet, iced gingerbread, chocolate chip, iced sugar cookie. Either I ate all those or I only liked one of them because I only have one of those in my picture. And then the allergy cookies. You can see it. Oh, that doesn't show up well.
Nice.
But you get quite the haul and make that $150, $200 ticket worth it and bring all those cookies home.
Mm-hmm.
We also got an ornament. I think you get an ornament. They're giving out like a free ornament when you check in. So take advantage of that $10 ornament too. It all adds up.
I think the last one that I have is kind of silly, but I mean, it applies. Just because I feel like I focus on a lot of families that like to save money. Do not buy family matching shirts. Don't do it. But in all honesty, when are you ever going to wear them again? You're literally wasting money. You do not need to go to Disney and wear all these cute matching shirts and, have no, like at the end of the day, who cares? If you really want to match, find outfits that match in your closet. I know in your closet you got clothes that can match. You don't need to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on clothes that you're literally never going to wear again. Unless you're just one of those people like us that go to Disney all the time. Or yes, we are. We do wear all of those things over again. But like, you don't need to buy the family vacation shirt 2025. You don't. It's cute in the moment, but be realistic. Are you gonna wear that shirt again? No, you're not. I'm sorry.
So we didn't do a matching shirt, but we wore ugly sweaters. And so we each had a Disney inspired ugly sweater. Luke had a Darth Vader one. Evan had I think Evan's was Darth Vader too. And then Micah had because he was 10 months. So he had a little Mickey one. And then I had a Mickey Mouse, like more of like a sweatshirt. It wasn't a sweater. That was like ugly sweater esque. So we did that. I would say a lot of people will wear pajamas to this particular party, like holiday pajamas. If you want to be dressed like holiday, get like they have the Mickey Santa hats. I still wear mine. I've got one. My college program. We still wear the ugly sweaters. So that's something like I'm all for one. If you're going to wear it again, do it. And that was something that, well, the boys grew out of theirs, but I think I kept Micah's just because it was cute and it was good quality. But do something you're going to wear again. I did on my last trip, I bought Five Below has been coming out with a lot of Disney like
Mm-hmm.
t-shirts, and I went and bought that one, and it was a Mickey Mouse holiday t-shirt. And I had a lot of compliments on it. I was a little shocked. They're like, "Where did you get it?" Walking through downtown Disney Springs, not downtown Disney. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still, like I said, living in 25 years ago. And I was like Five Below, and they're like, "Oh,
Hey,
that's
don't
not
worry.
around here." And they said, "No, it's not." So, I mean, if anything, do it like something that you're gonna wear again, if you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
wear it.
It's not worth it. Like you're already spending hundreds and thousands of dollars. Why do you need to waste money on clothes that you're literally never gonna use again? Use that money for something else. Use it for a souvenir, like whatever, a nice dinner, something. Like it's not worth it. You're putting so much money into these trips. I feel like the people that usually we work with are families who are going for like a week or, give or take. So, most people are not just going for one day.
Mhm.
It's not worth it.
I don't know.
I will say just a random piece of information to know about Very Merry Christmas Party is because obviously it does not snow in Florida. It's not a thing. They do something called Snope, which is their version of snow, and it's literally just soap bubbles that look like snow. So you do get that like Christmas vibe kind of thing. It's just Snope. So that is kind of, if you didn't know that, like if you don't see social media videos or anything or know that it's fake snow, but you do get that Christmassy feel.
It gives it a little kind of extra touch, and it is only on Main Street.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so during when you're just walking down it, they'll pause it for the fireworks,
Yeah.
but it'll still go for the parade if I remember correctly. But it's just kind of fun. I enjoy it. I love Snope, and it reminds me of the Osborne Festival or the Osborne Spectacular Lights or whatever it was called at Hollywood Studios, where it was down like where well, Galaxy's Edge is now. It was all themed as like New York, kind of like California Adventure. They have that New York and city area. They had that at Hollywood Studios. And then they had this Osborne light show and music, and it projections all over the buildings. Oh, it was so awesome. And then they had Snope. Um, it was one of my favorite places to just be in the holidays. Um, And then, of course, they just took it away like everything else.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, if you have been to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or even Jollywood Nights, and tell us your favorite thing that you did there or what your favorite thing you experienced. If you haven't, what would be something you would look forward to? Follow us on all the socials, Instagram, YouTube. We're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. You can find us there. Keep track. And we're on Facebook too, I guess. Forget about that one. But we will see you next week. If you have something that you want us to talk about, let us know too. We're always open for ideas. And we'll see you next time. That's it for this episode, Vacation Dreamers. We hope you picked up some tips, ideas, and a little extra magic for your next adventure. If you enjoyed hanging out with us, be sure to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on Instagram, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts for even more travel tips and updates. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep planning, and we'll see you real soon.